Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're going to look at Ntes, N-T-E-S, on the daily, weekly, monthly time frame using technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So let's get right into the daily chart. And we did hold this big green bar with some nice volume. It came right back in. And this one, you know what, it's been going up and down, up and down, up and down. And now it's slightly going up. Upside, if you're long, I'm thinking, you got to stay above the 50 MA first. If we just turn around and come right back down, then we're probably going lower. But for now, you got to get above this pivot around 240, then the 618 around 247, and then this double top here, this little pivot 256.13. And then, I mean, anywhere in this area, if you're long, you can maybe start chiseling some off because you're going to have some big resistance up here. If it does happen to pop through and overshoot, you're probably looking at maybe 280 at the most. I mean, who knows at this point? The markets are a little bit crazy. This might have earnings and pop to 300 for all I know. If it does, then we'll definitely write calls on this one. But you have to keep an eye on this. If it does start going up, if you're long, just babysit it and make sure you don't, wake up and it's going right back down. Just make sure you take some profits because, like I said, you're going to have some pretty good overhead resistance right in here. But for now, we just got to get above the 50 MA on the daily and confirm and then keep going. Weekly chart, nothing wrong other than into the 20 MA, into the 382, but you're still, you're still on top. You're still, it did come down a little oversold and might curl up, but the bottom line on the weekly, let's see where we close on Friday. Do we close above the 20 or below the 20? And then we'll reevaluate this chart on the weekly. And then on the monthly, though, monthly a little bit stretched from the 20 MA, so we're watching for that. But do we get a retrace back into these areas, the blue area, and then maybe to the top of this big red bar here? That's usually a good place, 260, 261, 62. So just watch. Let's see if we do retrace, or do we just kind of chop around up and down, maybe setting up for a lower pattern. If you're long, like I said, you need to start making a move. You need to get above 250, then the 256.13. Then I think you could get to that 265 to 272 area. If it gets up there, if you're long, then just tighten that stop up and take it from there. So that's Ntes, guys. It's a little bit stretched too on the monthly. That's kind of what we're playing. So keep an eye on that as well. All right, let's do one more. Let's get into price line. I haven't really looked at this one a little bit earlier today, but the chart, we went through it a little bit earlier in a live session. I like the fact we're back into this trend line. The only problem is we're in a Fibonacci retrace, a shorter one from this to this. Yeah, that top there, the 1600, the all-time high. And we are at 5.0. We have the trend line. We have the 618, but I still like this 1565 area. If you're going to write calls here, I would probably, we're going in earnings, I believe February 15th, so I still like the 1600. This would have been the area last time, came in real nice, dump them here, goes right back up, and now we have the trend line. If it does break out, it could definitely go back to 1600, so we got to keep an eye on that. If you're bullish with price line, needs to get above this trend line and above the gap fill and keep going. I'd like to see more volume, but it definitely has to get above the 1546, 1550 area. Then I think we're shooting for a double top. If it gets rid of these lower highs, that will break the pattern. But if it stays below them, I'm thinking we can go low. We'll test these double bottoms, fill the gap down in here, and then ultimately to 200 MA. So we could go either way at this point. You're probably you're in the mid area where we're in a good resistance, or do they pop it on earnings and it's price line, it's got to go up. So watch for that. Weekly chart, it's the first of the week, but looking at the overall, you're still in this inside bar pattern coming in. You have the ups or the down sloping trend line holding it down. You have a gap fill. So it could go either way, guys. Let's see if they want it to go up. The big institutional, guys push it up or down because, they need options to expire at a different price each and every month so they can make money. And the monthly chart, nothing wrong. We're above these. We have a couple little tails. Let's see if we get pushed back down because we went into that trend line. If so, then then we have we have a little tail here, but we'll have 3 tails on the month, and we'll keep an eye for that and see if it gets above. If you're bullish, you need to get above the 1600 and keep going. If you're bearish, as long as it's staying below this trend line and just struggling, you have this upsloping trend line as well that we're going to be running into. Here, you know what? Let's pull that back to the weekly. now that I pulled that out, that's the big one right there. See that? So let's go out. So we're right into that too. And if it goes up a little more, say around 1550, 1553, you got good resistance too. Even though you've gone through price a little bit, let's see how this thing goes in the next week or so. Into earning seasons and all that good stuff. You're still in this inside bar as well. All right, guys. That's a couple there. Hopefully you enjoy my videos. Subscribe to me at StockBookie on YouTube. You can follow me at StockTwits. And you could follow me on Twitter. Everything's under StockBookie, guys. My site's going to have another free membership. I just want a little bit more information about you guys. And based, not even information. I want to know your first name. I don't even care. If you want to put your last name, great. And I want to know what type of trader you are. Do you like to trade options? Do you like to trade share size? Do you like to do bear call spreads or bull call spreads or what have you? Right calls, right naked puts, right, whatever you like to trade. Are you a technical trader, a fundamental trader? Do you read news? Momentum trader? What do you do? That's all I really want to know. So, when I'm talking to you, if we're going over stocks, I understand. Oh, yeah, hey, it's Tim. What's up, buddy? Oh, you're the fundamental guy. So, hey, if we match up these charts, fundamentally, say if this thing's coming in or what have you, and you think the fundamentals are good and I'm finding good support on price line, the fundamentals are great, and say this thing's falling and the fundamentals look great. So I know there's support right here. So all of a sudden Tim's like, yeah, you know what? The fundamentals, all this stuff just came out, whatever comes out in these guys. And he's reading all the stuff. He's like, man, this thing shouldn't be falling. So we're looking for good, good areas of support. So as soon as it hits it, we're looking for that short-term bounce. We're short-term traders here at StockBookie.com. We're not holding things for years, sometimes months, sometimes weeks, sometimes a couple days, sometimes even one day if we put a good trade on and the trade works out really well for us. So, well, follow me on all my stuff, guys. And again, thanks for watching my videos. And, I guess that's it for tonight. It was a 46 million on the SPY. Unbelievable. Oh, and another thing, guys, I'm going to do some live sessions too. Hopefully this week. My voice is feeling a little bit better. I was under the weather the last couple of weeks, so I've been kind of milking it out, just taking it easy. But I want to get back in the groove of things. But again, guys, thanks for watching my videos. God bless. See you on the charts.